Good morning, folks. Welcome to another daily devotional. This morning we're going to think about Paul's words in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 12, where he says, "Now we ask you, brothers, to respect those who work hard among you, who are over you in the Lord, and who admonish you." There's a number of things we can learn from this verse this morning. God, in his wisdom, in the establishing of his church, has done it in such a way that there are those who are set apart as leaders. The Bible calls them elders and deacons. Elders are those who have been set apart to care especially for the spiritual side of the church's well-being, and that includes shepherding the flock of God, ruling over them, taking care of them, being responsible for them. Those who are deacons have the responsibility primarily of looking after the practical side of church life. So these are men whom God has set apart to be over us in the Lord. They have authority in the church. Now, very often, many people don't like others being over them, don't like them having authority over them, especially if it's someone that you've known for many, many years. Maybe you have grown up with that person and now they are over you. And that can be difficult to take. But in the church, that's the way God has ordained it. There are men who have been called to positions of leadership, and having been called and having been ordained, they are appointed as those who have authority over the members of the congregation. Instead of resenting that, instead of despising those people, instead of being jealous of such people and being unwilling to submit to them, our responsibility as church members is to respect those men, to recognize their authority within the church, to give thanks to God for them, and to accept their teaching and their rule. When Paul speaks about them being over you in the Lord and admonishing you, we tend to think about the word admonish in the sense of telling off. And yes, there may be times when, because of sin in our life, that we may come under the admonishment of the rulers of the church, the elders, and they may rebuke us. But the word admonish is wider than that. It means to instruct, to teach, to guide. That is the function and work of the elder. And when the elders take a decision, and when they instruct the congregation that this is the way that we're going, and guide them along a certain path, we are to respect that decision and follow it. You can be sure that your elders have thought long and hard and prayed and sought to bring their collective wisdom together in the decisions that they've made. And whilst in your opinion it may not necessarily be the right decision, and sometimes that is the case, elders do make errors, but whether or not it's a decision that you agree with or not, it's a decision to which you must submit, unless the decision is causing you to sin, which I would doubt would ever be the case if your elders are seeking to do what is biblical. So, as a member of the congregation, you are to respect those who are over you. You are to respect them for the office that they hold. You are to respect them as men appointed by God. And for those of you who perhaps are in a position of leadership in the congregation, Paul here says that your responsibility is to work hard among your brethren. It's an office of privilege, yes, but it's also an office of spiritual responsibility. And God expects you to work, to give time, to taking on responsibilities, to give time to the church. Sometimes it's very easy to get caught up in other things pertaining to our own lives. And of course, we all have responsibilities to fulfill. But we must, as leaders in the church, be men who are willing to work hard. And when you have this combination of men set apart by God, members showing respect to and following the guidance and decisions of their elders, where you have elders who are working hard for the congregation in which God has set them apart, there you have blessing. So, brethren, let's take to heart Paul's words in this verse today. Respect those who work hard among you and are over you in the Lord, and who admonish you. May God grant we will be given the grace to do so. Have a good day.